Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
We're the RC Sailors and we're at the airfield today to test a little mini self-proclaimed racing drone, the Flytec T18D. I do like how this looks a lot and it has some customization. So let's take a closer look at what comes in the box and then we'll get it in the air. This little guy comes in around $50, and if you're interested, we'll have it linked in the description box below, so be sure to check that out. There are sales on those sometimes, especially right after we do a video. So I told you there's some customization you can do to this. If you look at the canopy here, it's just a thin piece of plastic, and you can squeeze these little tabs and pull that off, and then they have a yellow one, or yellow is obviously there. They have a green one included as well. So you can change the color, and I suppose that's maybe one of the only reasons you could call this a race drone, because you've got the different colors, and if you have two of them you can change the colors and race them together. It has a camera and it kind of has the form of a race drone, but it's Wi-Fi FPV, so you really can't race with Wi-Fi, at least in my opinion, in my experience. And my experience should count for something. We've flown over 1,000 drones by now, I'm sure. So I don't know if this is officially a race drone, but if you look at the instructions, it even says it here, mini racing drone. Now that's not to say it won't be a good drone. It very well could be an amazing drone, but I think calling it a racing drone is just a little right on the edge there. We get 4 spare props, the instructions, another little set of just how to reset the trim, little piece of paper, like they forgot to put it in the instructions, little Phillips screwdriver that you need to take off the back panel to put in your 4 AAA batteries, and then you have a USB charge cable with a JST plug, little JST battery. It's a single cell LiPo, a 450 milliamp hour battery. The JST plug is here on the back. We have a little antenna for our Wi-Fi FPV, and the camera looks like it would be variable pitch. You could adjust the pitch up and down, but you can't. It's fixed level. I'd rather it be forward than down, but it'd be nice if it is a racing drone that we could pitch that up some, but we cannot. There's an on-off switch on the side and a place for a micro SD card slot. So we'll pop one in there and fly this for you. But we're going to get a quick look at the transmitter. It does look really nice. It is an altitude hold drone. Both of these joysticks are spring loaded, so we know it's altitude hold, which means you don't have to worry about throttle management. I guess this would be like a beginner's race drone. It's just a Wi-Fi FPV drone. I don't know why they call it a mini racing drone. I'm excited to see it fly though, but this is the coolest part about the transmitter. Check this out. See the little bit up here? It completely unfolds to hold your phone. So we'll test that and see if Abby's phone fits in there. Tucks right back down inside, and it doesn't take up any space. I like the design of that. I think we just need to fly this thing. Alright, something I want to show you guys.
It fits. It's a miracle.
Fits well.
Yeah.
That's actually a good position and everything, so that's really nice. Now there's 2 ways you can start and stop the motors. You can push both joysticks down and out, and it'll start the motors, or there's a button that you can press, the top left shoulder button. So I really like that. We just give it a little throttle and we're in the air. Although the wind is kind of taking us a little bit, so I'm going to increase our rates now. You just click the left stick and we're in a higher rate. And we're flying. Let me go one more rate. For a racing drone, okay, now that we're in the highest rate, it's handling the wind pretty well. Alright, fun to fly. The joysticks in the transmitter feel really good. Feels very intuitive. I love the ergonomics or the shape of the transmitter. It feels good while holding it. It's not like a big block clunky in your hands. And my favorite thing about this drone, my absolute favorite thing, is we have 2 recording options. Right now, we pressed record before we took off on Abby's phone, so we should be recording that video feed quality. So you guys should see an actual, this is what we're seeing on our phone video quality, and then there's a button on the transmitter that you press to save to the SD card. Let me get a little higher above the trees here. And there's an indicator on the transmitter to tell you, it's just a red light, but it blinks 3 times if you take a photo, which I have done. I have to stop filming to do that, so. Okay, now the light went off because the video. Now I'm gonna hit it. It blinks a couple times.
But the phone should still be recording, right?
Yeah, should be. And I hold the video button And now I have a red light on the transmitter saying, hey, you're recording.
So stop,
amazing.
Stop filming on the phone.
Okay, give me a second. I just want to get in a spot where I can look down to hit that button because I have to. Okay, stop filming.
And now hit the photo button.
Photo button on the phone. Okay, and back to video. So that's what all drones with a camera should have.
Did you mention the indicator that's on the drone too?
Yeah, the lights blink.
But it's too hard to see it in the day.
I can see it right now. The back lights are blinking. I know you guys probably won't be able to see it, but there are 4 green lights blinking on the back. And on the front, there are 4 red lights. And that is actually the way, for those of you thinking, well, red lights should be on the back because of a car. That's wrong. In the drone world, you want your red lights on the front because they're less bothersome to a camera. Just a little tip there. Not for a toy, it really wouldn't matter, but big professional drones, that's kind of how you do your lights.
Well, the fact that this should be working,
yeah.
At least I know it's working on my phone. We'll see about the memory
Let me do a
card.
flip really fast.
That makes it worth the price right there.
Guys, normally that's a good flip. Normally I'm not a huge fan of Wi-Fi FPV drones, and most of you aren't either, and for very good reason. But this one is actually really, really good. It's performing exactly how I would want a drone to perform. The altitude hold is doing really well. The motors sound good. They're directly driven. They're not geared or anything. It's a good size, small enough to fly inside, big enough to fly outside. The big phone fits in this phone holder and it tucks back down into the transmitter. The transmitter is ergonomically shaped extremely well. I like how it feels while I'm holding it. The button layout makes sense. You click the left stick for rates, you click the right stick for flips. Auto takeoff is on, or motor start stop is on the left, and your video and photo function is on the right. You don't have to use the Wi-Fi FPV, it's totally optional, but it's there and it works. It's hard to see because it's so bright out, but I can show you that it works. Abby, film me.
Oh. He's there. He's looking at it. I doubt you could do like race gates and stuff, but just casual flying, this would be good for it, so that's awesome.
And the camera quality looks really good on this. So, you know, for 50 bucks, or $48, $49 or so, whatever we got ours for, it's actually really good.
And what they probably don't realize is that we have about 5-mile-an-hour breeze right now.
Yeah, it's fighting some wind.
And it's doing a pretty good job of keeping up with it. What rate are you in?
I'm in the highest rate, and let's fly a little faster just so you can see. Now, it's not a race drone. It's kind of funny that they call it that, but it's kind of quick.
Zips.
Yeah.
Faster than most drones this size.
Yeah.
And of this price
I'd
range.
say at least average. I mean, it's, oh, there's our battery.
Oh, wow.
Abby and I are gonna go cool off. It's hot, I'm sweating, I'm struggling to make coherent sentences, I think. I've had to do this, say a couple things a couple times, so that's not like us to usually do that. So we're gonna cool off. I really like this though. A couple different colors. The battery's awesome because it's not proprietary, it's JST, nice little USB charger, 4 extra props. Abby's phone fits in here and it actually holds it really well. That's really nice. And then when you're done with it, it folds up and it doesn't take up any extra space. The controller, the transmitter, feels like a PlayStation controller or something. The ergonomic design is really nice. The joysticks felt great. All the button layout was perfect. I really like this. Huge home run. We'll have a link in the description box below. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.